Kudos to your staff or whoever is keeping track of things as you juggle your schedule. Senator Thune.
It makes my staff happy and my colleagues very annoyed. Thank you, Madam Chair and Ranking Member Bozeman, for holding today's hearing to consider the nutrition programs in the Farm Bill. I also want to thank our USDA panelists for appearing before the committee today. And let me just, if I can, direct this Deputy Undersecretary Dean to you. SNAP benefits are generally provided in one monthly allotment. The data has suggested correlation between the consumption of SNAP benefits and outcomes like academic performance. For example, research indicates that student performance tapers the farther SNAP recipients get from the date of their SNAP benefit transfer. So I'm reviewing whether Congress should look at how to provide states the authority to distribute SNAP benefits in 2 allotments per month for recipients who would like to receive their benefits in 2 installments instead of one lump sum payment. And I believe this could help improve program outcomes by incentivizing healthy food purchases and boosting educational performance among recipients. Could also help ease demand on grocery stores and make it harder for grocery price hikes that could be aligned with the dates of SNAP benefit distribution. So the question is, do you agree that program outcomes could improve if SNAP recipients have the option to receive split issuance rather than only once a month, and then any other ideas you would have for improving SNAP outcomes?
Thank you, Senator Thune. Let me just, I've read the research that you're talking about, and I just want to flag that, of course, that was done before our adjustment to the Thrifty Food Plan, where we now really are much more confident that the benefit is adequate to purchase and cover the costs or supplement the costs of a healthy diet throughout the month. So it'd be interesting to see what the issues are there. You're flagging a provision of the law that Congress passed, I believe it was in the 2008 Farm Bill, to prohibit splitting issuance into more than one allotment. I think the concern then there was the impact on participants and stores, the issue of potentially the increased cost of shopping, particularly in rural areas, say if a household has to drive a long way to a store, disrupting household budgets, the cost of issuing twice. States would be charged twice by their processors, but and potentially a visit to emergency food. But now with the benefit being perhaps our current estimate of an adequate level, and if one could address some of those concerns, maybe by giving households the option to choose, if there would, it seems interesting to explore whether shifting the issuance. I guess my answer is I don't know. I would want to talk more with your staff about it. But Congress did make the decision to prohibit it out of concern of what the impact on households would be. So, which I know is something you would want to address. Yeah,
and I think if we would like to continue that discussion with you on that subject. Both Congress and the executive branch have implemented processes to serve as checks and balances on federal spending. Your biography notes that you served as a budget analyst at the Office of Management and Budget, and given your experience, I'm sure you understand the important role that OMB plays in overseeing the outlay of tax dollars. So according to the Government Accountability Office, the Thrifty Food Plan, or TFP, reevaluation you oversaw allowed planned costs to increase beyond inflation for the first time, resulting in a 21% increase in SNAP benefits. So I guess the question is, what input did OMB provide as USDA made TFP changes that are expected to cost approximately $250 billion more over 10 years?
The process of the reevaluation was done by a very technical team within USDA. We did consult with OMB along the way. They did provide us some economic analysis support throughout. But ultimately OMB was very supportive of the change, again, directed by Congress, and it was the first adjustment in purchasing power for low-income households in over 45 years. I think they shared with us the confidence that this would put healthy food within reach for millions more households, and we're pleased with the impact it had on poverty.
So, but they, just to your point, to confirm that they did sign off, OMB signed off on that,
I don't know that sign
approved
off
it.
is a technical term, sir, so we'd probably want to check in, but we absolutely were collaborated with them throughout the process, so happy to get you the
Okay.
official phrase.
That would be helpful, because it's, I mean, it's a $250 billion increase, unilateral decision made by an agency. It seems like they would, obviously be, want to be engaged in that. I see my time has expired, Madam Chair, so thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I'll turn to Senator Durbin, who on Thursdays I know juggles between